Hi, my name is R. Brady Frost, and this is a Free Talk Tuesday. This is just a video format that I am doing so I can get a little bit more comfortable talking in front of the camera. Just to loosely talk about 3 to 4 topics of whatever is topical in my life for that particular week. And today is Tuesday. It's actually late on Tuesday. I didn't forget, I've just been really busy today and feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but I'm working through it. So, the topics that I'm going to talk about today are Nutcracker. Yep, my wife and I are still working on the Nutcracker dance, and I've got a little bit of update about that. I'm going to talk about Golden Brown, my current novella that I am working on before I get back to Seeking Truth, which is book 3 of A Battle Mage Reborn. Also talk about the sprint videos that I have been putting up here on the channel. So if you're a writer, like doing writing sprint videos or writing sprints, and you want somebody to do them with, hey, I'm your guy. We'll talk about that. And we're going to talk about Staying Alive, the previous novella that I finished earlier this year. And we'll finish up just with some general updates on the YouTube channel. So, pretty exciting. Maybe we can talk about some stuff coming up. Really excited about that. Really excited to share. So please stick with me and let's get to the end and we'll talk about it. Yeah. So, Nutcracker. Woo! Let me tell you guys, I'm nervous. The Nutcracker is scheduled for the first week of December and I do not feel ready. Yeah, I was installed with like 3 left feet. Not very coordinated as far as dancing goes. A lot of it's up here. It's like my body is willing and my brain is sluggish. I'm figuring it out though. There are parts that I have really well, I think. And there are parts that I don't have well. And part of it is my learning style. They teach the different dances in chunks. And my brain needs to know how everything connects together. And I don't have quite a good handle on that yet. But we do have the videos of previous year's Nutcrackers, so I can go back. And what I realized, it's actually super beneficial. It's like an epiphany. Yeah. The adults, the party scene adults, man, we are wallpaper. We're background. I never really paid much attention to the adults when I was watching. It was all about the kids. One, because my daughter is in the Nutcracker, and I was, if she wasn't in the earlier parts, I was waiting for her to get on stage. Watching the other kids. Like, the Nutcracker is all about the kids and them dancing and the story, and you get really just sucked into it, especially the more you pay attention and the more you watch it. It's actually really interesting. And, there's a whole lot of nuance there, and I'm sure every ballet studio does it a little differently. But, yeah, when I tried to think about what the party adults were doing, I couldn't really think of anything. I mean, everybody remembers Mother Ginger because, the kids come running out of her skirt, and that's fun. There was a couple years that they had a guy doing it, which was hilarious. And then when Mother Ginger falls over, and if they can't get her back up because of the big hoop skirt thingy that she's wearing, like, that's funny. But for the average, party adult person, you don't really think that much about them. And so watching the video to see how the different dances worked and how the different chunks of dances fit in together, I realized that, man, I don't have to stress out about this all that much because nobody's going to be paying attention to me. I'm still stressed out about it. I don't want to let my daughter down. I don't want to make my wife feel silly because I'm not dancing right. We have ballet practice tomorrow. Again, I'm not dancing ballet. It's just, how we're fitting in with the kids and that party scene. And yeah, it's, I'm excited. I'm also nervous. I hope I'm ready by the first week of December. Really, I really hope I am. Golden Brown. I don't remember where we were at last week, but I've been writing every single day. And what started out as just write 10 words has now become a goal of writing 100 words per day. And that's not a lot. I'm going to be honest with you. That's not a lot of words. But you know, it's a lot more words than if you don't write that 100 words a day. I'm just saying. So this is actually a huge step for me in the writing through grief process, because I'm still very much grieving over things in my life. And that's probably not going to change anytime soon. But I have to find a way to continue writing despite, you know, the load that I'm carrying with grief and the journey that I am in the grieving process. And I'm proud of myself. Can I say that? It's been really hard. But, you know, using the productivity tracker spreadsheet that my wife created, I have a video about that on my channel. Please go check it out if that's something that would help you. There's a link to the template in the description. It's really, really helped me. Having that blank Excel spreadsheet block for the day is something I don't like. So I've definitely been leaning into that. And, you know, my daily word count goal is 100. 100 words, which is 10 times the amount of when I said just write 10 words. And that's the thing. You never end up writing right on 100 words. There are some days that I get 200, 300, 400. There's some days it's only like 146 or something. But you got to give yourself permission to do what you're capable of that day. And usually the hardest part is starting. So yeah, if that would help you guys out, please check out that video. Use your own spreadsheet, track your goals. Join me with the writing sprints, which kind of brings us right into the next topic. I do have 2 more writing sprint videos worth of music that I can use. So I have plans to do that. One of them is like a dark waltz type ambiance. Again, no lyrics. And then the other one I think is more of like a dark circus meets pirates music. It should be pretty fun. So need to get my mind in the right space to do the sprints again. And I think I'm overthinking it. I'm actually really confident that I'm overthinking it. Doing sprints is probably not as hard as I'm making it out to be. It's just, man, some days it does feel like I am wading through like a boggy swamp in my brain, which is tough. So, you know, you have to be compassionate of yourself, like for yourself and where you're at in your personal journey, especially if you are writing through grief. If you've lost somebody in your life, or relationships have shattered, or, you know, whatever it is that's causing you to grieve, you have to get back to the page or back to your art in whatever way you can, while also remaining compassionate for yourself. And I swear, if I ever master this, I will do like a video or a series of videos to help other people out, because this has been quite a journey for me. It's been very difficult. Wouldn't wish it on anybody, but it is what it is, and we have to keep pushing through. I know people are counting on me for the stories that live in here and in here, and I would like to work on getting those stories out into the world. And that's my dream. So, oh, bonus topic. If you're with me so far and you're like, hey, I think I'm going to leave, I have one more topic to add to the list. And I'm going to write it down on this sticky note. And I will talk about it. It's actually kind of interesting. Okay, I got it. If you could read lips, you probably already have it, you sneaky devil. So, yeah, let's keep going. So, Staying Alive, that is currently rolling through episodes on my, through my newsletter. I have about a 50%, a little bit less than 50% read through, I think. or maybe it's a little over 50. Anyway, it's about half, give or take. And that's actually pretty good, because I didn't know, if you caught my earlier videos, I had no idea that my newsletter signups was broken. So anybody who has tried to sign up for my newsletter and they thought they signed up, it was sending out, or like saying, hey, sign up, we'll send you a confirmation email, and it was never doing it. MailChimp was screwing me over. I have no idea what happened, but that audience, I guess is what they call the segmented list, was broken. It just wouldn't do it. So I had to take everybody, put them into a new audience or list, and create the sign up there, and it works just fine. Same settings, everything. I have no idea why it did that. It did it. I think I talked about this in my last video. Very frustrating. Yeah, and a lot of these companies, you know, MailChimp is owned by Intuit or whatever, and like TurboTax company, right? They got bought out. And reaching support is ridiculous. So I'm glad I figured out a solution, because it probably would have taken me a week just to hunt down support. It's gross. I don't know. But it does the job, and it's a free account, so I can't really complain that much. Please don't cancel my account. I do appreciate it. I just have no idea why that audience stopped working, and I had no way of knowing until I tried to sign up for my own list to see if it was still working for whatever reason, because, oh no, I remember. Because I asked my wife to sign up so I could get her in on the emails, and she could read it chapter by chapter and see if it hit right. And she was gracious enough to try and never got signed up. And that's when I started doing some troubleshooting. But the average person who sees this newsletter sign-up link in your, on the back of the book, and they want to be notified of what's going on in your life, or like when you get new releases or whatever, they don't know you, and like they don't know that they didn't get signed up. They're just going about their day. They put their email address in there, they put their name in there, they hit submit, and a lot of them figure it's good. So, and it wasn't showing up to the junk mailbox. I did the whole troubleshooting thing, and I had no way of knowing that any of the process was failing from the dashboard. Just super frustrating. But we have that fixed. It's going out to the newsletter. I also put it on Wattpad, and it is currently cycling out there. I believe on Wattpad it's Tuesdays and Fridays, and I think on my newsletter it's Mondays and Thursdays for release times, or release dates times. They're both in the morning. And I thought that was pretty good. You can also just get a little bit more advanced releases on Ream. If you go to reamstories.com/rbradyfrost, that's me. Please don't sign up for any of the support tiers. I'm not asking for your money right now. I'm trying to get the ball rolling. I'm not ready to produce weekly chapters or anything like that. But you'll get the chapters that I've already written. All you have to do is follow my account. And if you go to that link, Ream Stories, REAM stories.com/rbradyfrost, right at the top you should see a little box that says follow. Just do that, put in your email address, you'll get notified when things go out to followers. It's a free tier, so you don't have to pay anything, and that's kind of just where we're at right now. So, Ream is a lot like Patreon, if you're familiar. And maybe once I get up to the point where I'm writing a little bit more regularly, well, I'm writing regularly, but a little bit more, regularly. Not comma, but you get the point. Pause. Then maybe we could look at it, but I'm not there yet. I am excited. I did get a follower, like, vote, whatever, on Wattpad for Staying Alive, and that's pretty cool. I have not been active on Wattpad in many, many years. I put on like a flash fiction piece and a short story that I wrote when I was like 17 in high school. So, it just, I don't know, I guess I'm trying different things and seeing what sticks, if that makes sense. So, yeah, Staying Alive is going pretty well. I consider about half of my newsletter list to be pretty good. It equates to about 20 people. Again, give or take a couple, who are following week to week on the chapters. And for those of you who are following along, I really appreciate you sticking with me. And by all means, if you want to reply to the email with a chapter in there and let me know what your thoughts were, please do so. I would love to get your email and hear what you're thinking. So, yeah. And if not, that's cool too. Okay. Final update before the bonus topic. Yeah, topic. YouTube channel update. Yeah, I was supposed to be doing these whole like reviving a YouTube channel videos, but to be honest, I haven't really gotten a whole lot of traction with the videos that I've been posting until just very recently. Yeah, it's been a journey. I'm creating content, and I know that has value in and of itself. It's doing, the value is here, right? It might not be there yet, but I have to create these videos. I have to become more comfortable being in front of a camera. I have to be more comfortable with my voice and the things that I have to say. And that's a journey, and that it's totally understandable that I need to go through that journey before I get a lot of viewers. And I'm okay with that. Would I love for a bunch of people to show up and watch these videos? Yeah, of course. Of course. I mean, who wouldn't? And I would be lying if I said that that wouldn't be really cool. But I think I covered this in my last video. That, you know, there's the whole ego journey. If you grow too quickly, I don't want to just be like some writing guru guy. I do have things that I feel like I could teach people. But I don't want to do it from a place of big ego, if that makes sense. So doing more of these videos when nobody is watching is actually beneficial because it's allowing me to grow as a person and as a content creator in a sheltered environment, I guess, right? The anonymity in itself is like a wall. And so I can grow without feeling like I have to lose my identity to pursue what I think is hitting when, you know, it's going to take time for the algorithm to work for the people who are, you know, looking for videos like the ones that I'm creating or will create. It's going to take time for that to, you know, go through. And there's a lot of factors that go into it. Like if I don't have the right thumbnails, I'm not going to attract people, and that's a skill that I have to learn, and it's a lot harder than it sounds. For example, my last Free Talk Tuesday video, it's been out a week, and it has 0 views, and that's okay. It's okay. But what it tells me is that I have views for other Free Talk Tuesday videos. They might not have watched the whole video, but I had views. That tells me that there's something wrong with the thumbnail on that one, probably. And it's that kind of thinking that I need to dissect what it is that I'm, like where I'm lacking. It's hard, because I'm also trying to create content. But I have to learn as I go through the process. And that's something that like everybody has to do, right? None of us show up to YouTube and just pull it out of our hat. Or very few of us. There's some people who get lucky, but usually there's a bigger story. They've researched like their niche. They have watched countless hours of other creators. They dissect their videos. And I am in a very hard niche, to be honest. Like I'm an author. Who am I going to talk to? People who have read my books. People who are also authors. But I don't want this just to be like an advice channel, you know? And that's hard because that is a really tough niche. And I've seen other authors who have pulled it off. I've seen other authors that started out with videos that, you know, after years they only have maybe a couple hundred views. And that's after they got their following. And then they drop a new video and they have 60,000 views within a couple of days. And they've really fine-tuned their process, but it's kind of like watching all of these YouTube videos. If you're looking at working on your YouTube video, or YouTube channel, I'm sorry, then you're going to watch a lot of YouTube videos on how to grow your channel. And what you'll notice is there are a lot of channels that are dedicated on, hey, I grew my channel, I got monetized in 30 days. I got monetized in 2 weeks. I got monetized in 8 months. I got monetized in 5 months. And the content that they are creating is all geared toward growing your YouTube channel. So how do you do that? Unless I become a channel, unless this channel becomes one about growing your YouTube channel, which I have that playlist, but I'm not going to put videos in there unless I've got something concrete to say, like something that I've learned, right? And I guess it's really hard to, as a content creator, especially starting out, to figure out how you attract viewers while also honoring the niche that you're naturally in. And there's this whole thing, I'm over 40. There's this whole movement of YouTube, channels for people over 40. There's a huge thing with it, or how YouTube changed my life with less than 500 subscribers. There are these things, and part of it is this whole over 40 shtick that's going around. And I don't want to make videos about, hey, are you over 40? This is how you do it. That's not what this channel is. So I guess just all that to say is that I'm still on the journey. I'm still learning how to do it. My most regular one is currently this Free Talk Tuesday series. I actually tried to go live for this one today on my phone. And I've gone live before. I did some, a video game last Christmas, I think. I played a beta for a video game. And just was kind of doing, going through the gameplay and talking about, things that I felt need to be fixed. And I was able to do that, but now I can't go live because I don't have 50 subscribers. And I don't know if it's because I was trying to go live on my phone, and if I did it a different way, I think I might have done it through OBS, but I don't know why it would have allowed me to do it with less than 50 subscribers. So, I don't know. I have a lot of stuff that I need to figure out as far as YouTube goes, but writing comes first, and that's the journey I've been on. So, here's the bonus topic. Oh, no, wait, we're not there yet. So, minor update, really quick. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to tease you with the bonus topic. It is kind of interesting. So, I started posting up the shorts that I had, videos that I had uploaded to TikTok that fit in the shorts category for YouTube. And I've uploaded a couple of those in the last couple of days, and it actually bumped my watch hours by 100%. I was sitting around 3.8 watch hours for the last 28 days, and I'm now up closer to 8 watch hours for the last 28 days. And a lot of that came from the YouTube Shorts. Now, it doesn't really help me in the monetization journey for the channel because you need 1 million views of YouTube Shorts and whatever. Totally different requirements, and I'm not a Shorts video genius by any means. But they did hit relatively well, and for being short, they actually brought in quite a few watch hours. Now, I think that's totally separate from what I need, but I got a new subscriber, so hey, if that's you, welcome aboard. Appreciate you being here. It's the first new subscriber I've had since I restarted my YouTube channel, so that was a big, a big thing for me. A measure of success that I'm now starting to do things a little bit more right, I guess. So, yeah. Alright, we have 5 minutes to wrap up this video. Here's the bonus topic. I have been practicing voiceover lately. Not in front of a microphone, but kind of acting out scenes and trying to get different voices, because that's one of the difficult things. And I can do a variety of male voices, but when it comes to female voices, I do kind of struggle. So I've been kind of going through some training videos, just for the overall concepts of doing voiceover work. I would love to narrate audiobooks at some point in the future, or do, narrated dramatizations of stories. I would love to do that. I'm not there yet, but just an interesting tidbit there. I have this story that's been jumbling around in my brain that I can't write until I get A Battle Mage Reborn to a point where it can take a pause. It is not there. So I have a couple more books before I can write this story. But I have these characters that are starting to show up in my mind more and more frequently. And details about this story are kind of like fulminating and like taking shape in my mind. And I was driving my car to fill it up with gas for my daughter, because she's driving that right now. And just kind of like just messing around, going through a very high tension scene that had popped into my brain, and just testing out different voices. And it was magical. Like, magical. I felt the emotion, and it's really hard to explain as a writer. Those moments, I guess it was like getting in the flow state. Like when you are writing and you're just writing and writing. Here's my hands. I'm writing. And you're like in the scene, and time slips away. The word count slips away. And you are just like, you can hear what the voices like of the characters are saying. You can feel the atmosphere. It was like that, except I was acting out the scene. And I don't know if that's what it's like for everyday audiobook narrators. I imagine it probably doesn't happen all the time, but in a particularly emotional passage that really connects with them, I bet they do feel it. And it was wonderful. So I guess that's my goal, right? If I could have my dream job, I would write full time, and I would also narrate audiobooks. And I can't do that right now because, I have the job and I have the struggles. But it's a dream, and it's like my dream got a little bit bigger the other day because it felt like it was obtainable. And it was so amazing. And if you stuck around, with this rambling for this long and to share this moment with me, thank you. I really appreciate that. I will try to showcase some of my vocal talents, however small they may be right now, in the future. Not quite ready to yet. I still need to get used to the process. But what you can expect is I will be putting out a couple more of the writing sprint videos, and I will try to create more content for the channel to attract an audience. I know that these videos, while I am creating content, they are a little rough because they're not really one topic. It's not what somebody's going to be searching for. I understand that there is a certain lack of value for the browsing audience in particular. If you're looking for content from me, this is probably the most heartfelt, unpracticed content that you could possibly get, especially at this stage of my content creation, life cycle. But nobody knows who I am on YouTube yet, so the value isn't there for the audience that's browsing to look for content to watch. And I will try to work on that. I'll try to grow the channel. It's a commitment that I have, because these things are things that can feed in to help me achieve my goals of being able to write books full time and also, narrate or do voiceover for audiobooks or video games or whatever it is. So if you've stuck around this long, thank you so much. This is R. Brady Frost, author of A Battle Mage Reborn, the series that's ongoing, signing off. Thank you for joining this Free Talk Tuesday.